Hey guys, it's your boy Pete. Today we're gonna go ahead and try to configure a RAID array on a Dell PowerEdge R710. Just follow along with me, guys. This is gonna be a little bit of a long video, but I want to show you whether you want to do a RAID, whether you just want to stripe, whether you're gonna go for a RAID 1, RAID 0, RAID 5. The Dell R10 are actually set up to go for for a rate of 10 and even 50 if you wanted to do it like such. But today's gonna be very simple. I'm gonna keep it nice and short. So without further ado, into this video. Now, guys, right in front of you here, I have the Dell PowerEdge R710. Just bear with me here. I'm gonna give it a quick reboot, and we're gonna get started. Alright guys, so here it is. It's getting ready to power on. Now I'm gonna try to do this with one hand, so bear with me guys. We're gonna wait for it to load. When the Dell logo comes in, some R10s or Dell PowerEdge have a different shortcut, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna press Control button and E simultaneously so that we can get into the console. So let's just wait for the Dell logo to load, and then we're gonna go ahead and proceed to do so. So here we go. Then what you're gonna do, you're gonna go Control R, give it a few seconds, and they're gonna start loading into the RAID array configuration. And guys, when you are here, you're not gonna be able to use your mouse, so everything is gonna be done controlled by your keyboard. So if you go all the way to the top and you hit the F2 button, now you have the options to create a new VD. And that's exactly what you want to do. We're going to choose that. And now you are in the RAID array configuration in the virtual disk management. So right now what I'm about to do is, since I'm planning to install Proxmox virtualization, it's a very bare metal virtualization software, type 1 hypervisor to be precise. I'm planning not to do a RAID array. Now guys, this is not the recommended thing to do. I'm just gonna do some stripping because I want to get the maximum amount of spaces on the hard drive. So I'm gonna start up with pressing enter. I'm gonna do RAID 1, and I'm going to use my tab key to bring it down to where I want it, and then I'm gonna press the bar key to select. Once that's done, I'm gonna go ahead and use my tab key to go over to say OK. So let's see what we got here. Let's just go back for a second. And it didn't like me, so I'm gonna have to go back. I'm gonna cancel that out, and I'm gonna try this again. So F2, create a new RAID array. I'm gonna keep it on RAID 0. And I'm just gonna tap down to use this one here because I want to use only one hard drive. This is about 300 gigabytes of space. I'm gonna keep tapping, and now we're gonna hit OK. And then when this prompt comes up, I hit OK one more time. Now guys, I'm gonna go ahead and create the rest of my RAID. So I'm gonna go back up to the top and hit F2 one more time, create a new, and this time I'm gonna go with RAID 1 because I want to strip this all the way. Actually, you know what? Let's just keep it on RAID 0, and I'm gonna see if I can add how many I can add here. So I'm gonna add this one, and the next one. All of those ones that I just highlighted are 300 gigabytes each SSD. And basically that's all I need because I'm gonna use all of that space. The first one that I created is to install the operating system, and since not writing is gonna be done to it, 300 gigabytes is more than enough. Actually, let's be honest, you can run this from a USB if you wanted to. So I'm gonna go back up, and this time I'm going to hit it again, F2, and create a new one. And the last four that I have here, each of them has a 1 terabyte. Now guys, here you can go for a RAID 5, you can go for a RAID 1, you can do RAID 10, RAID 50. And then again, all I'm going to do is create an array 0 for the simple fact that I want to use the maximum amount of space in all of the hard drive. One more time, this is not recommended, guys, okay? Try to do it the right way if you're going to put it on production. For me, and for the purpose of this training, I'm just going to be doing stripping because, again, that's all I need. So, guys, right at this moment, you have all your configurations and all of your RAID. Of course, you need to initialize the drive. So go over to where it says disk group 1, Chris F2, and here you have the option. Actually, let's go back out and go down to virtual disk 0 because that's my first RAID, F2, and now you can initialize it. And guys, go ahead and pick fast init. Click yes to that, and now that virtual drive is going to be initialized. Remember, it is important that you always initialize all of your drive, otherwise they're not going to work. Okay, so let's go back to virtual disk 1, press F1, F2, initialize this disk, go all the way down to fast init, choose yes, give it a few seconds while it loads, and say okay one more time. And now we're ready to make it down to the next one, which is our next disk group. In this case, it's going to be this virtual disk number 2, F2, initialize, and this is the one, guys, that had all of the 1 terabyte hard drives in. All right, guys, so your RAID array is already done and configured on a Dell PowerEdge R710. It was that simple. That is it. And now all of the hard disks are initialized. I'll see you in the next video.